Today we want to get into that old age area, and we want to discuss 7 ways we can actually be happier in retirement. Retirement is when you do not wake up to go to work so that you earn an income to pay your bills. If you have the investments that can actually pay for your bills, then you actually go to work because you don't want to be idle. But for some other people, they are forced by circumstances, maybe because they don't have resources. So investing in your happiness is one of the best things you can do for yourself when you get into retirement. And the key to finding purpose and meaning in retirement is to focus on your passion or your interest. What are your passions? What makes you happy? If mentoring other people makes you happy, that's the area where you go. If farming makes you happy, that's the area you go. So you're not generally looking at money. You're saying to yourself, what do I enjoy doing? What have I always wanted to do before, but I never had time? And the people who find their purpose, you find now they are able to occupy one of the biggest challenges of retirees is time. You have a lot of time. Your time is getting occupied by something that you're passionate about, something that you have an interest, something that you're happy of the results, something that you enjoy doing. Let's look at another way that we make it happier in retirement. We must stay active and stay healthy. You know, staying active and healthy is essential for your physical and mental well-being in retirement. So one of the things we can actually focus is exercise. So we need to look for how we can engage in regular exercise that's going to help us to maintain our weight, help us to reduce the risk of chronic diseases, and help us to improve our mental health. And mental games are also very, very important and activities that are recommended. You can play chess, you can play cards. Part of what has been found by research is that women don't age faster because mentally they are always active. Can you imagine somebody in the kitchen? You must have your mind there, otherwise you're going to chop your fingers. And in addition to exercise, it's also very important to eat healthy and eat a balanced diet, because it is going to help you to maintain a healthy weight. And this does not start when you retire. This starts much earlier. Even when people are younger, we say your health is your wealth. The third way that you're going to be happy is to cultivating positive relationships with people around you. You cannot afford to have enemies around you. You must have social connections because they are very essential for your well-being, and they are more important at that age. That's not the time when you need to have anger. You know, your blood pressure doesn't allow you. So the people you live around with, you need to have very strong social connections. You will need them because sometimes they have to step in. I'm sure you had older people, they own a good car, but they can't drive at night. Exactly. The eyesight is a problem. So you need somebody to drop you there. Imagine you're not in terms with your children and you're not in terms with your grandchildren. Who's going to drive you there? So retirement is a perfect time to reconnect with old friends and to make new ones. That's why you might want to join a social club. It's necessary that you make time for your family and you make time for your friends. That's how you're going to stay connected. The fourth way of remaining happier in retirement is to learn new things and to pursue hobbies that you have always been interested in and you never had time. So you can learn things that can help you to stay mentally sharp. It can be farming, and farming is very therapeutic for a lot of people. You find you even have relationships with your animals now. Okay, so it could be farming, it could be learning a new language. You've always wanted to learn Chinese. You're not learning it so that you go to China. And there are endless possibilities of things that you can learn. And that gives you a whole sense of fulfillment. The fifth thing is to become a volunteer. And volunteering is a great way to give back to your community and to make a positive impact on the world around you. It can also bring you a sense of purpose and meaning in your life, in your retirement when you're volunteering. There's a lot of mentoring that can be done. We keep saying the new generation, but sometimes the new generation does not know any other way other than what they learned on the internet. So it is your responsibility to monitor them. You don't necessarily have to bring in the resources, the money. You have networks, you have knowledge, you have experience. You know, this is your season to serve in the board of a school. Join the board of a school, and that's going to allow you to make a very positive impact. Because when we're done, part of the things that people will always remember us for is the values that we brought by the work that we did. So it is important to become a volunteer, and that's another way. The number 6 thing that you can actually do in retirement is to travel and explore new places, because you now have the time. You can travel, and this is going to bring back a sense of adventure and excitement to your retirement. I'm sure you've seen, when you look at the tourist population, you're going to see a couple of seniors who come to tour. This is exactly what they are doing now because they have the time. They can actually be able to travel. And traveling can also be a great way to learn new things and to make new friends. Now we have concepts that make it very easy. You don't have to stay in hotels.
Yeah.
You can go to Airbnb places, or you can go to homestay places where you actually stay with people in their homes. Whether you are traveling alone or you are traveling with family and friends, there are endless opportunities to explore the world and create new memories. And the seventh thing is to manage our finances, because that way we are going to reduce stress. Because financial stress can be a major source of anxiety and worry in retirement. And that affects a lot of people. So it is important to manage our finances carefully and to plan for the future. What we are saying is, you have to look at, this is the resources I have. If I want to travel, I want to know where is the money coming from. If I'm going to be a volunteer, volunteers don't earn money. They actually spend their money to do those things. So you need somebody who can help you to manage your finances, so that you can ensure you have a stable income retirement, very, very critical. You taking care of things like your Medicare, how you're going to pay for your medical expenses. And that this is the essence of what is called retirement planning. We have to start by planning our retirement early. So you should give yourself a chance to learn these things. And one of the things we do is retirement planning. And we help people to understand what are the critical issues you need to look at, what are the costs you're going to have, to project the probable amount of money you require, and to consider the sources where that money is going to come from. And if you're not very sure how to go about this, come for a free session, which is online, it's virtual. You do it from the comfort of your home. Just write "come and see," send it to 0708 150 137. We are the Personal Finance Academy Kenya. We have our website if you want to get to know more about us, pfa.co.ke.